Hi, my name is Kimberly Busch, and I graduated from the Crane School of Music in 1993 with a bachelor's in music education, and came back for my master's in '96. And I had the great fortune to study with Floyd Callahan, and I also learned a lot about theater from Carleen Graham.
And I'm Andrea Ellison. I'm the vocal director for this show, and I was a student here for quite some time, graduating in 2001 and 2002. I'm a teacher in the area, and I love coming back onto campus to be a part of things.
My name is Meaghan Janovsky. I am the choreographer, and I also play Midge Mahoney in the production. I graduated from SUNY Potsdam in '07 and got my master's in 2012. My bachelor's is in communications, my master's is in education, and I'm a teacher at Nightingale Elementary in Messina.
I love musical theater, and I love working with people. I have always felt that theater people are family, and I am so fortunate to have gone to the Crane School of Music and received an excellent education there that prepared me for the 30 some odd years I've been teaching in the public school classroom, as well as directing more shows than I can count on two hands in that time. So I'm very thankful for the education I received here at SUNY Potsdam, and super thankful that I get to come back and share that love.
And I love coming back because if you can come back to a community theater program, you've come back to something pretty special. Everywhere you go, you can usually find community theater, and we're so lucky to be in a place that's full of some great musicians who came to this school and then stayed in this community and then come back to bring something joyous out to the world.
Yeah, it's a really wonderful opportunity theater is where I found my place in the world, and so to know that I can still pretend I'm an adult during the day, and then I get to go and find my place again through this production and through other productions in the area is a really special thing that I'm very fortunate to be able to do.
This musical is one that you may not have heard of, but you'll never forget it once you see it. There are no popular songs from it. You might not even leave humming any of the tunes, but it's an amazing musical. And I think what makes it so special is the emotional journey it takes you on. It includes audience participation, which means we get to share the fun with the audience and the thrill of live performance in a way that we normally can't when we're on stage. And it has everything in it. It's ridiculously funny, but it's also kind of sad. It has some real poignant, serious moments. There's still the I Love You song. Every time I hear it, I get goosebumps and I get a little tear in my eye, and I love that aspect of theater, that it can take you on such an emotional journey. And this is a show that does it for me, but I always leave smiling, and it's a great trip.
Yeah, I love this show because it's about real kids that we all were. You can probably find yourself on this stage somewhere, and kids today are not any different than kids were back in the 90s when we did it. And I feel like if you can find yourself from an audience up on stage, it transports you, and it lets you be a part of the show in a way that most shows don't let you. Not all of us are Elphaba.
Yeah, theater has always been magic, and live theater is magic no matter what circumstances you are seeing the show in. But in this particular circumstance, the fact that really anything can happen, and as actors on stage, we have to be prepared for everything. You have to have all of your lines, all of your songs, all of the dance numbers, all have to be there and super solid, but you gotta be ready because you never know what's gonna happen, and that it adds an extra little sprinkle of magic for me. It's been fun. That's tough.
It's really difficult to pick a favorite moment, and just the question of favorite moment makes me think of Rona singing about her favorite moment of the bee, which she has quite a few. But I think for me, it's the I Love You song. because it's just so heartfelt, and it really shows the child's point of view. And maybe it's the mama bear in me, maybe it's the teacher in me, but I'd like to think that in my day-to-day world that I can be an advocate for those children who feel so alone and so alienated. So I guess it just kind of touches a spot in me that makes it really special.
And I love Leaf Coney Bear. And what I love about Leaf is Leaf, and she doesn't care. And then all of a sudden, for a moment, she starts to care what everyone thinks about her more than she usually does. And then she decides that she is smart, that she has got what it takes, and that she can do it. And that is absolutely my favorite moment of the show.
It's really hard to pick a favorite moment. I think my favorite thing about this entire process has been watching all of these characters develop. Because you start with the idea of who they are based on, of course, the original actors and what they did with it, but just to watch each individual actor take it and make it their own and turn these characters into someone that we've never really seen in this show before. And no matter how many times you see this show, it's going to be different depending on the company that you see perform it, which is, it keeps it fresh all the time. It's amazing.
And if I can piggyback on that, I think our actors do an amazing job of embodying the spirit of the characters without patronizing them, without, making it seem phony and false. And, it's not derogatory towards children. They're embodying what it is to be a child. And I think they do a great job with that.
They do.